What does it take to flip houses? We've got 6 steps to teach you how to do it. Hey everyone, I'm Clayton Morris, longtime real estate investor. I'm a buy and hold real estate investor here on the channel. We teach you how to do that. But I brought in Jerry Norton, who is a flipping master. In fact, he runs the program Flipping Mastery. He's a long-time house flipper, so he knows what it takes to go into a house, find it, fix it, flip it, and make some good money. Good to see you, my man.
Yeah,
welcome back.
Good to be here.
All right, we've got the glass board all lined up here with 6 steps. So can it really be broken down into these 6 steps?
Yeah, it really is these 6 steps, and if you're just doing wholesaling where you're just flipping your contract, it's really only 3 steps or maybe a 4th step.
So that's why the little checkered line here.
Yeah, to kind of differentiate. Yeah, so no matter what you're doing when you're flipping, whether you're going to just flip your contract or you're going to actually buy the house, fix it up, and flip it. We've done other videos where we kind of talk about the difference. But either way, you always have these first 3 steps, which is finding. You got to find a good deal. That's your lead generation. You have to analyze it or crunch the numbers, right, to determine, well, what's my buy price to make it a good deal. And then you have to actually make an offer and put that in writing in front of that seller.
Now, in our video series, we've done deep dives on each of these topics. So we can just generalize it here for you. Please check out those other videos because we really went through specifics on all of these bullet points. But finding a deal, that could be driving for dollars. That could be looking up things on Craigslist. That could be using your free software, which we'll put that link below this video. His free software lets you go out and find deals right from your computer for free in your backyard, right?
Really cool.
Yeah. And then analyzing a deal, what's the formula there?
Well, that's right. So you have a formula because you want to follow a systematic way of getting to your buy price. And that's what's nice about the formula is, you plug in a couple of these numbers, it'll tell you, okay, assuming that it'll sell for this and your repairs are this, here's what you need to buy it for. And we even include a deal analyzer that kind of does that for you. Put a couple things in there and it'll crunch all the numbers. But we follow a formula that's the 70% formula. That's the standard formula that most flippers use.
Right.
And that'll figure out for you, okay, well, here's what a fix and flipper will pay for this deal. And so then I need to back out my wholesale fee, the profit I want to make to bring the deal to that fix and flipper. And so that's what that analyzing does. But you've got to kind of run through those numbers every time you find a good deal, a lead.
Right. Then you want to get to the offering. Making that offer on that property, you know what that motivated seller, they want it, they have motivation, they neglected this property, there's something there, there's an underlying motivation, get it down on paper, make your offer. Now, we've got this checkered line here because you, as Jerry Norton, your program, the link below in this video, if you find a deal, he'll actually buy it from you for $10,000, right?
That's right.
How does that work?
So then you just stop right here, like you're done, right? You have to get that contract. Now, normally, once you make that offer, assuming the seller accepts your offer, you sign that purchase contract. Now you've got that piece of paper that says, okay, I have the right to buy this property. You can bring that to an investor like me. I'll step into the shoes of that contract with an assignment. There's another agreement, another piece of paper that says I assign the rights of this to you, and then I'll pay you $10,000. You're done, you made your money. I come in, buy it, fix it, flip it, which are these other steps over here, and then you're out, right? So that's what's so great about wholesaling is you only have to worry about these 3 steps.
Right.
And then you're done.
So, but if you want to go to the next level, which is Jerry's level as the flipper, you go into the funding. Now, we talked about it in another video, you can get almost 100% funding for your flip deals, right?
Right. If you use a combination of like hard money, which is asset-based lending, and private investors, combine those two, you can get to 100% to fund your purchase and your repairs on a fix and flip.
And so in that video, we kind of deep dive some of those strategies on getting full funding for your fix and flip projects. So check that out.
Yep.
And then number 5.
Yeah, managing. Now that you own this property, you've got the funding, you've bought it, you got money for the repairs, now you got to fix it up. And so you got to manage contractors to come in and do those repairs, bring it up to that value where now a retail homeowner is going to pay you top market price for it. And so that's an entire process that you need to learn and kind of get good at, which is dealing with contractors. Now, you're familiar with that because even with rental property, you've got to deal with fixing stuff up too.
Can we just give let's pull a little behind the curtain here if we can, because Jerry and I are shooting this video, and before we started shooting this video, he's on the phone with contractors. We were both on the phone. I'm on the phone with a contractor talking about flooring. You were dealing with some pool
issue,
some pool issue on one of his properties. So we're literally talking to contractors and managing that. It's a job.
It's a big process, and you really want to learn how to do that well, so you don't get sucked into, which I am a little bit today, you are a little bit today. You want to learn how to manage this process well. Otherwise, contractors, it's like running a daycare, and you want to try to avoid that as much as you can.
Right. But you've got to know what you're doing. Yeah. And then finally, marketing the property, getting it out with realtors, right?
Yeah. So this is actually one of our easier steps, because if you hire a top-selling agent, they'll do that for you, right? They'll list it for sale on the MLS. They'll find you that retail buyer. But it is a strategy. It is a step that you need to do, the marketing and sales, because now you're doing this to a retail buyer.
Right.
Right.
So there are your 6 steps: finding, analyzing, offering, and you could have a deal and bring it to Jerry. He'll pay you $10,000. Just click the link below and he'll take you through his program and pay you $10,000 for a deal. Or keep going and go to step 4, which is funding your deal. Step 5, managing those contractors like we were doing today. And then step 6, marketing the property. And those are the 6 steps. And then rinse and repeat, right? Because now you got to go out and find another deal.
Well, you bring up a great point here, because you don't want to fall in the trap of being a onesie twosie, right? Where you spend all of your time doing each of these things, and then maybe 6 months goes by to do these, and then you start all over again. You want to have a process where you're continually finding deals. If you're wholesaling, flipping those contracts, and you're working on your next deal. That's how you get to the point where you're doing multiple deals every month.
Awesome. And that's what we teach you. Check out the rest of the videos in this series on how to become a flipping master. My thanks to Jerry. Great to see you, my friend.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with another video. Check them out. Thanks, guys, and thanks for subscribing.